Uh, hey guys, welcome back to Players Code Talks Wrestling. Before we start the show, I do have something to say. Um, Finally, the Players Code Talks Wrestling show has come back to YouTube.
Players Code!
There he is. That's right, folks. We're back. We skipped a week. We're really sorry. I'm tired. And this wrestling beats you down, man. To be a consistent week-to-week wrestling fan, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
but we're back. We're gonna cover 2 weeks. We're gonna cover the week of the 4th really quickly. So we're just gonna kind of fly through that, and then we're gonna get to the go-home show of Raw, and we're gonna take our time covering that like we normally would. And Mike's gonna cover 2 weeks of NXT, and then we're gonna go into our predictions. And Mike's ready. And then we're going to cover our predictions for SummerSlam. So this episode will come out Sunday before SummerSlam. And then, of course, there will be a SummerSlam episode coming out before Raw on the 18th. So we're going to do that. So that's kind of our plan. Yeah. Also, we got some... Oh, Mike, before we go anywhere. Actually, no, we'll cover that stuff at the end of the show. So anyway... So this is 2 weeks ago. This is the Raw from August 4th, 2014. You get the Authority on the stage, Triple H shilling the WWE Network, running down the SummerSlam card, which is Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. They have a Beat the Clock challenge to determine who gets to pick the stipulation for the match. Ambrose takes on Alberto Del Rio, who, by the way, no longer works for WWE.
What?
And, Del Rio was released.
No!
From WWE a couple weeks ago. Not a couple weeks ago. Yeah, like a couple weeks ago. Basically, there was some altercation where some WWE employee was cleaning off his plate or something, or was asked to clean off his plate. Made a joke that it was Del Rio's job. Del Rio took it as like a racial thing, and I guess he slapped the shit out of this guy, and they let him go.
But he's such a good wrestler.
I know, but now. Del Rio is going to be down in Mexico working for AAA.
You know what? He belongs there.
I agree.
That's not a racist thing. He's not getting the love he deserves from the WWE, and I'm pretty sure he'll get a lot more love in Mexico.
I agree. I don't know he won't be able to wrestle there for a while because of his contract. It might even be up to like a year before he can actually wrestle, but at least he can go down there and do some stuff and make money. So. Yeah. It sucks that we lost a good wrestler, but at the same time, hopefully he does well. Stephanie McMahon mocking Brie, advancing that. They continue to fucking promote the WWE Network. $9.99 a month, Mike. Only $9.99. Randy
they used to say it was
Roman
$8.99?
No, it's always been $9.99, but now they're really pushing that $9.99 thing.
I can swear they used to say $8.99, and I remember it was false fucking advertisement because it's $1 more than they've been saying.
I don't remember, but they even they've unveiled a new logo, and there's a picture of McMahon with on top of the building with the new flags. He's got the new logo flag, and underneath it $9.99. It's really funny. And then they book a last man standing match for Reigns and Kane. Woo! Which would start immediately. Roman Reigns wins. He counters a tombstone on a chair with a DDT, delivers a Superman punch, and it hits the spear. And apparently that was enough to keep Kane off his feet. I don't quite know how, but whatever. Roman Waynes. He's a Wayne's brother now. Wins the last man standing match. Moving on, we get a nice little video package of the SummerSlam main event, which is between Brock Lesnar and Lawal Cena wins. Pretty good package. It almost seemed like a UFC kind of fight, a deal where it felt very much like the packages they show before the UFC fights. And I liked that. I thought it was kind of cool because it plays with Brock Lesnar being from the UFC, and a lot of people
from
say
the
that,
UFC former UFC from WWE.
True, but he was excelled in the UFC.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And a lot of people say that the UFC almost does pro wrestling better than pro wrestling nowadays. Because people, but that's the thing is people, UFC is, at least as far as we know, a shoot. It's totally real.
Yeah.
So all the promos and stuff of these guys, the guy that you're just inclined to hate and the guy you're just inclined to like, it's baby faces and heels. It's, these promos, these guys talking shit. It's pro wrestling without everybody going, that's fake. That's what pro wrestling used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
So kind of cool, interesting. I like that they're taking advantage of that. Moving on, we've got Mark Henry versus Damian Sandow. Good God, why do I care?
Dude, Mark Henry,
Oklahoma
fan.
Oh, good point. The Oklahoma Sooners song starts to play, and Sandow comes down in a Sooners shirt. I think they're in Texas. Yeah, they're in Texas. So then Mark Henry comes out, who's wearing he's from Texas, and he's wearing a UT shirt, and he kicks the shit out of Damian Sandow.
Whoa, didn't see that one coming.
Filler. Yeah, I know, filler. Weird. Dean Ambrose versus Alberto Del Has No Job in the Beat the Clock Challenge match.
Aww.
And shocker, Dean Ambrose beats him with Dirty Deeds.
What?
Took him 15 minutes and 42 seconds. So that's the time that Rollins has to beat for Rollins to pick the stipulation.
I love those matches. I wish we saw more of those.
Dude, I want more Dean Ambrose. Could Dean Ambrose be in every match on the card?
I want more time. I want more old school matches. We don't see enough of that shit anymore.
It's true. So, Mike, I'm going to let you guess what happens in this one. You got Sin Cara versus Rusev. I want you to tell me what the conclusion of this segment is.
Sin Cara bounces around and then gets just demolished.
You're right. Rusev beats him. He puts him in the Accolade, makes him tap.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently this match, the entirety of this match took place on the WWE app. This match wasn't even on television.
Really?
Really.
What the fuck is going on there?
Swagger, I don't fucking know, dude. Swagger and Coulter come out, I guess, to the biggest pop of the night. I guess it was a pretty big pop. But then they do their back and forth, and most likely hyping up the match for SummerSlam, which I hope we get. Most likely a flag match. We'll see. We get Dolph Ziggler versus Cesaro. Ziggler in the midst of his push to Intercontinental Championship. Ziggler actually beats Cesaro with a zigzag. So,
wow.
I don't know if they just kind of got lost as to what to do with Cesaro and have kind of given up for now, but that man has lost his push almost immediately.
Yeah, which is so fucking disappointing. I still blame the Brock Lesnar return on that. He lost Paul Heyman as his guy, and after Paul Heyman disappeared from Cesaro, that was pretty much it. His push was over.
I agree. I think with Brock coming back, it was just bad timing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, wasn't it like a
forced thing? Ziggler. No, it wasn't. We all kind of knew Brock was coming back.
No. Say Daniel Bryan stayed. No Brock Lesnar, right?
No, Brock was coming back.
Really?
It was most likely going to be Bryan and Lesnar at SummerSlam instead of Cena.
I didn't know that.
That was kind of
Cesaro though. They really should have started his push with the whole Intercontinental title thing a lot sooner to avoid the Brock Lesnar taking his heat away. Seriously,
why put the belt on the Miz?
Yeah, because he's a former WWE champion.
Cesaro off. Fuck. I mean, you know what? Miz is one of the best guys on the microphone in the company. I will give him that, and he can handle himself in the ring, but I just don't get it sometimes, man.
Okay, this is how I feel. Yes, he may have talent. Yes, he may fucking be known. But that's the thing. He's had his push. He's had his time. He's been in the company for years now. So take him out of the spotlight and make him a fucking Chris Jericho. A dude who gets other guys out in the spotlight and helps push them ahead.
Yeah, true. So anyway, we are going to see Ziggler and Miz for the IC title at SummerSlam. That's the end of that segment. We're moving on. We got the Dust Brothers versus Rybaxel for like the 50th time in a row. Goldust and Stardust win when Stardust pins Curtis Axel.
For like the 50th time in a row.
For like the 50th time in a row. And apparently a hip toss into a drop kick. What the fuck is Dark Matter? I don't even know what any of these moves are. Christ on a stick. Moving on. It's just that shit's going nowhere. I don't even know if there is a tag team match set for fucking SummerSlam. There's been no build at all.
Is there even technically a tag team division anymore?
No, not really. It's just a bunch of dudes just fucking around. You get Chris Jericho versus Luke Harper. And man, why is there okay? Sorry. Chris Jericho, Luke Harper. Jericho wins via disqualification because, of course, you know what happens anytime any Wyatt's in a singles match. The other Wyatts come in and fuck up whoever's fighting. So Bray gets involved and causes the disqualification, and hits him with, Sister Abigail. So I really, really hope. I mean, I think at this point it's like, Wyatt has to go over at Jericho,
right,
at SummerSlam. Because, it's like, well, Jericho already beat him once. If he beats him twice, what was the fucking point of bringing Jericho back? So, I don't know. I just feel like I feel like they've lost a lot of direction with a lot of these guys. I feel like they're very just
that's what the WWE does every time.
Title. Yeah, I guess.
No, seriously, the WWE gets people from NXT who are hot over there, and with good reason, because these people that they bring over show a lot of heat when they come over to the main show, and they get their heat, and then fucking WWE just destroys those characters, and has nothing to do with them because they're too fucking stupid and don't know how to use good fucking characters for good fucking stories.
If they ruin fucking Devitt, and if they ruin Steen, and they ruin Kenta, I'm setting fire to this show, and we're done.
No. Those guys will get a lot of love in NXT, and they'll get a lot of good shit over in NXT. But the minute they go to the main show, Caleb, you'll get 2 good months with those guys, and they'll be right back down at the bottom of the list.
I fucking hope not, man, because those guys are incredible. Anyway, up next, Mike, our favorite part of the show, Fandango. Diego versus Fandango. We don't even have time to bitch about this because we're trying to fly through this. So we're just gonna move through. No one gives a
couple
shit.
guys
Diego
danced. There was a table. There was girls.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. This pisses me off, Mike. This next section I do have time to bitch about because it pisses me off because of the rumors that I've heard. Or maybe not. Never mind. I could have sworn this was good. Anyway, you got Bo Dallas versus R-Truth. Mike, always time to Bo leave.
Oh man, is he? What is it, like 50 in Bo now?
I think he might be 50 in Bo. Actually, I think R-Truth actually ended his undefeated streak.
R-Truth of all people, really?
Later on in the week, and that's the thing. A lot of the rumors are that apparently Vince is just bored with Bo Dallas's gimmick, and so they're kind of dropping his push, which is fucking shitty because it was amazing. But Bo does win this match via roll-up. So.
God damn. See, hold on. This is what I'm talking about. They come from NXT hot as a motherfucker, and WWE just destroys them. God damn it.
Yep. Let's see here. We're gonna have RVD versus Seth Rollins, except it's not it's not RVD. Seth Rollins' opponent will be Heath Slater. Slater refuses Rollins' offer to walk away. Heath Slater actually beat Seth Rollins by roll-up. That's right. Huh. You heard me correctly. Heath Slater, baby, pinned Seth Rollins.
So much for a push, right?
No, I mean, the man still holds the briefcase, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
He still holds the briefcase, but they're making him look fucking weak as shit.
They really are. Ambrose did distract Rollins, but still, god damn, man. That's crazy. So then next up, the end of this show, the contract signing between Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon for their match at SummerSlam. Very exciting.
Finally here.
It's finally here. Yeah, dude, I'm jacked. So Nikki comes with Brie. They exchange some insults. Brie cuts a lengthy promo. Stephanie slaps Brie, who finds herself trapped between the table and the corner and forced to watch as Stephanie pedigrees Nikki. Brie slaps Triple H, but was then slammed face first on the table before being pedigreed. Stephanie locked lips with her husband and stood tall to end the show. So, yeah, I skipped a week with good reason. Nothing fucking happened on the show. Absolutely fucking nothing happened on the show. Mike, do you want to run through NXT from the week of the 4th? Just real quick.
Okay, you know what? Fine. We'll just jump right in. You know, while you've been having a shitty week over in the WWE main show,
WWE,
that is
the company that you're in,
over in the main show, I am very impressed with what NXT has been throwing my way these days. All right, so NXT opens up.
You just gotta wait.
Yeah, no, you gotta wait, and then the good shit arrives. So NXT opens up with the Jersey Shore against some other dudes for
soft
for the tag team tournament kickoff thing that they're having, which is a tournament with tag teams that go up against each other, working their way towards a number one contenders match against whoever made it to the finals. No, whoever made it to the finals, you get the number one contenders match, and then they'll face the Ascension.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, I was somewhat impressed with the biggest member of the Jersey Shore.
Big Cass.
Yes, you saw a lot of fucking good power from him, a lot of good power hits, and the little guy, not so much shown.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I think Enzo is more there to sell, and Big Cass is more there to take the hot tag and destroy people.
Yeah, but you see that's where you run into an issue further down the line with that particular tag team. We saw that with let's see, who was it that succeeded? Crime Time. You had JTG. Exactly. Everybody loved him. Everybody loves the fucking Jersey Shore over here. You had JTG to sell it, while fucking Shad was the big muscle behind them. While JTG, yes. No.
JTG was the bigger guy.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You're not going to argue Crime Time with me, bitch.
I'm pretty sure JTG
I would put money on it. If we had a big enough audience, they'd be laughing at you so hard right now.
Anyway, we're moving through.
It's like Evolution all over again.
Shut up.
Anyways, and we're not powering through this. I wanted to take my time with my NXT. I actually took the time to sit down and watch it because I was excited for this.
Oh, shut up. Keep reading.
And anyways, Jersey Shore obviously won their match. Right. And so we move on to everybody's favorite dirty hippie, CJ Parker, against Xavier Woods.
Man, how the mighty have fallen.
CJ Parker keeps the match in his corner for most of it till Woods picks up and does some two cool moves, and then CJ Parker just goes back to annihilating him, and the hippie takes the victory.
Okay.
So, moving on down to everyone's favorite diva, Bayley versus the wannabe hardcore bitch, Eva Marie.
Yay!
And the crowd...
I love Bayley. I'm so excited.
The crowd already hating the total diva star, chanting, "You can't wrestle." And they couldn't be more correct, really Caleb.
I was going to say, she really could. She really can't wrestle, bro. I mean, that's Bayley, not exactly a fucking untrue statement.
Bayley does prevail and kicks that total diva bitch's ass.
Yeah.
The next match is Tyson Douche with his partner Justin Gabriel versus Sami Zayn and the failure Adam Rose.
Ole, 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 ole.
Fuck off, man.
Every time.
The failure
Sorry,
Adam Rose.
Failure
Adam Rose.
All right.
I will admit, I know I've been talking a lot of shit about Adam Rose. He does bring a lot of fun energy with him to the ring, but he still does represent everything that's wrong with the business.
It's
yeah. The match was an Adam Rose beatdown until he could finally tag in Sammy, which came running to the rescue and picked up the win for them, kicking Tyson Douche's ass and Justin Gabriel.
Nice.
It was pretty impressive. Fucking love Sami Zayn whenever he gets in the ring. And that was the match ender for week 1.
Oh wow, okay. We moved through that really quickly then.
You told me to move through it quickly.
So
you took away all that I had to talk about.
Well, don't worry. In the next for this week, for the go home week, we'll get to talk about it as normally. I just don't want this episode to be 2 hours long.
We're already at 21 minutes. And we're in the first week.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. We did 2 shows in 21 minutes. How fucking impressive is that? It usually takes us 59 to do 2 shows. So look at that, Mike. We're already a half hour ahead.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so now we're at the go home show for Raw, August 14th, 2014. We start out with the Beast himself, the Beast incarnate, the next big thing. Brock Lesnar in the ring with his advocate
who
Paul
took down
Heyman.
The Undertaker.
He is the one in 21 and 1. Brock Lesnar with his new shirt, Eat, Sleep, Conquer, John Cena. I like the new shirt, by the way. I love the new shirt.
Hold on. Before we go any further, I would just like to say, Paul Heyman, greatest man in the WWE. He should be running the shit, not fucking Vince or Triple H. I'm honestly losing faith in Triple H.
I don't know, man. I love Paul Heyman. Don't get me wrong. I very much love Paul Heyman. He's one of the most interesting guys to listen to when he does interviews and stuff like that, or on Stone Cold's podcast. I'm dying to get my hands on the Paul Heyman DVD. So I love Paul Heyman, but I haven't lost faith in Triple H yet. I think there's a very bright future for the company. So we'll leave it at that for now.
I would just like to say this. Paul Heyman gave us Extreme Rules Elimination Chamber.
And that was one of the, is widely known to be one of the worst Elimination Chamber matches of all time.
That was just because of who won. Everybody says that was the death of the ECW, is when Bobby Lashley walked out with the ECW championship.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's honestly the only reason why it's viewed that way, is because of who walked out champion.
Yeah. Well,
but the idea, awesome.
Yeah, he is awesome. No, Paul Heyman is one of those guys who's always had great ideas when it comes to the wrestling business. Some not so great, but I love Paul Lee dangerously. Don't get me wrong. I love Paul. Paul's
but
one
I
of
digress.
my favorites. But I digress. We start the show, Heyman and Lesnar in the ring, basically cutting what came out to be a fucking awesome promo. Heyman saying that Brock Lesnar was going to destroy Cena. And then Heyman goes on to call himself an advocating Jew, which is awesome. And basically, I mean, it's just Paul Heyman talking and Brock Lesnar standing there looking threatening, which is all you need because it just works. Because Paul Heyman can talk better than any fucking buddy in the goddamn business, and Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. He doesn't need to do anything. He just stands there. So, there's that. Moving on, we've got Roman Reigns versus Rybaxel in a handicap match, I believe. And Kane has also taken off the mask and gone back to corporate Kane.
Ah, come on!
Nope, yep. And he's the one who books Roman Reigns in the handicap match. Basically, this goes about as well as you would expect for any handicap match with 2 heels and a face. Rybaxel has the advantage for a while. Reigns counters, yeah, basically, you know what happens. They refuse to back off of Reigns to the 5 count. The ref calls for the bell and disqualifies him, so Reigns wins by disqualification. He then powers up and Superman punches and spears both of them. Renee Young asks if he's ready for SummerSlam, and he says he's ready to take out Randy Orton. Not a bad segment. Kind of obvious. You know, what else are they going to do? You can't make Roman Reigns look much better than Roman Reigns looks right now.
Give him a belt.
He's on his way. The mega push is coming, or it's happening, and we're watching it happen. It's a very slow burn. I definitely agree with the rumors that that he'll have the belt for he'll have the belt by WrestleMania next year. I agree.
He is Vince's picture-perfect poster boy. Big, muscly Samoan.
It's true. It's true. I mean, he had one of those before, and fuck, he made a whole era off of that. So, now he just needs a bald redneck. Oh, wait, we don't need a bald redneck. We have Dean Ambrose. Fucking Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, second coming of the Attitude Era. Maybe just Ambrose.
But they're friends. They're friends.
Maybe just Ambrose. I know, but dude, that could be over so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, look at
next
the
up,
Shield.
You got exactly. Hey, fuck you. Believe in the Shield. Seth Rollins versus RVD, the match we were supposed to get last week, we didn't get. RVD's Harvard-educated feet come into play, of course. He hits the curb stomp on RVD, and that's how that ends.
RVD lost?
Yeah, not a bit. RVD lost. Yeah, weird. I know.
Aww.
Good match. These two actually always put on a pretty good show. I've actually been kind of impressed. Like I said, RVD has gotten better and better. Obviously, you know, the more time a guy has in the ring, the better he looks. Two guys who were very fast offensively.
Dude,
good match.
RVD, one of a kind.
RVD is indeed one of a kind. He is actually the whole effing show, Mike. By the way,
the good old days.
Start on that bullshit.
We're not gonna steer our way there.
Yeah, no, we're not going there. I'm not going there, Mike. I'm not gonna do it. Also, I want to remind you guys that this show is actually the Hulk Hogan birthday celebration as well. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. So that's going to be the end of the show, is them doing the Hulk Hogan birthday celebration.
Oh! Can I recommend Hulk Hogan sex tape?
Oh, god damn it, Mike!
Hey, it's birthday celebration
with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife. Yeah. Oh, god damn it! I hate you sometimes.
Moving on.
Moving on. Up next, we have an angle that even Daniel Bryan himself has called fucking stupid. We have Stephanie McMahon brings out a woman who is Daniel Bryan's physical therapist. Her name is Megan, and she tearfully explains that she's been having an affair with Daniel Bryan.
Oh my god.
That's right. Daniel Bryan himself calls this fucking stupid.
That's because it is fucking stupid.
Yeah. And apparently one of my favorite lines was Stephanie saying to Brie, "He called you a dead fish in bed." Like, that's why he needed to sleep with his physical therapist, is because Brie Bella is a dead fish.
Wait, wasn't she the one that got the boob job?
No, that's Nikki.
Oh, Cena's.
Nikki got the boob job.
Right.
Yeah. Bree slaps the therapist and then puts Stephanie in the yes lock. And then said that they wouldn't even have to wait till SummerSlam. The two women were going to fight on Raw. I'm just happy that two women are center stage. Although, weirdly enough, no Paige and AJ.
They disappeared?
That seems to. It just seems like they can't have two. They can't have two women rivalries going at once.
So that just kind of fizzled out. They're gonna wait another month.
I don't know. I mean, you know,
We still got to have a title defense. Are they just gonna skip out on that?
I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. They'll probably have a match at SummerSlam. It'll just feel like every Diva match feels, completely buildless and have no point. Although they have been building it for a little while, but for 2 weeks now, it seems they're kind of missing. We've got Jack Swagger versus Cesaro. Weird, because you thought this match would be like a, this was, I don't know. We've seen this match before, and these guys are pretty good together. Swagger wins by submission, so that puts 2 losses in a row onto Cesaro.
Yep. He's dead.
Yeah. He's just kind of lost all of his momentum.
The Swiss match, Superman has found his kryptonite.
Right, and it was called Brock Lesnar. But two guys that are very good athletes, obviously. So good match. Up next, we've got Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt doing a face-to-face interview. So I blew my load all over this.
Oh, dude, was it the highlight reel?
I don't think it was the highlight reel. It was Michael Cole attempting to interview Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt.
Boo.
It was it was Bray being Bray and then Jericho being Jericho. Basically, I can't do it justice, so you just have to go watch it.
Did Bray do a crab walk?
It's two of the. No, they were sitting down. They were in chairs.
He could do a crab walk in chairs.
Probably. But no, I mean it's one of the things where one of the best talkers ever and one of the best talkers currently talking, and it's fucking great. So go watch it if you can find it. I'm staring at the clip, so obviously you can find it. Never mind. We've got this match actually came with some weird, not weird controversy, but weirdness. AJ Lee versus Eva Marie. So I was wrong in saying that there was. Right, total diva bitch. I was wrong saying that there was no Paige and AJ. So AJ and Marie, they barely get their match started when Paige comes down. The distraction allows Eva to roll up AJ. Paige then recites a poem and mentioning that she wants to punch AJ in the face and promising to leave SummerSlam with the belts. AJ then beats up Eva and smashes her head against the announce table and rams her into the side of the ring.
Damn.
Yeah,
I need to go watch that clip.
I bet you do. Yeah, there was a weird cut. There was a weird camera thing where it was they cut away to Paige, Eva Marie standing on the outside of the ring. They cut away to Paige reading the poem, and then they cut back, and Eva Marie was just laying on the ground, and AJ hadn't even gotten to her yet. It was a really weird thing. I'm not quite sure what the fuck happened.
You think she tripped?
She must have. She must have tripped over fucking the invisible turtle or something.
She tripped over the NXT crowd chanting "She can't wrestle."
Right, exactly. She tripped over the the chants. There is a very hot photo of AJ just in full mount on Eva Marie though. So if you can go find that, go for it.
CM Punk, you lucky bastard.
Next, I know that Punk man. We got John Cena responding to Lesnar and Heyman. Cena, of course, decked out in fucking his brand new shirts and brand new gear. He challenges Brock to come down and face him, which of course doesn't happen. The chance. He promises a more darker, aggressive side of himself at SummerSlam to overcome all the odds.
All these
he
odds.
Promises that Lesnar won't beat him. All these odds. I don't know how he's going to overcome it. I think this is one of the better times Cena was better. He found a nice balance between being funny and being intense. It wasn't too over the top. Lol, I'm Cena. You're never going to beat me. But it also wasn't just. It wasn't him scaring the little children with being too scary. So.
Oh, dude, I have an idea. Just perfect Cena heel turn. Cut to Cena sitting in the middle of the ring with a laptop by his side, reading off all of his hate mail.
Dude, it'd be so good.
It'd be the perfect heel turn. He'd read all the hate mail, and then he'd end it and just be like, fucking pull out some old school heel rock shit, and then walk out.
Yeah. So, up next we get Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. Brie comes out dressed, ready to take out to a fight. Stephanie McMahon comes out not dressed to compete. What a shocker. And says that Daniel Bryan's physical therapist is pressing charges, so Brie Bella is arrested and taken out of the arena.
What?
So, I know. What? It's strange. Nice little standalone, segment. Nothing too fancy. Just a good way to keep the heat going for this feud. Up next, we've got two men on a winning streak. One of them's got to lose, Mike. We got Dolph Ziggler versus Heath Slater, baby.
Oh man.
So let's see. One of them's got to lose because they're both on a winning streak.
It's gonna be Dolph. It's gonna look like he's gonna win, and he's gonna lose.
Mm-hmm. It's probably gonna happen. Basically, what happens is Ziggler hits the zigzag, Miz comes out of nowhere, and they brawl outside the ring, and then Ziggler gets counted out. So Slater does win.
Oh, but Ziggler does look strong.
He does look strong. A count out. So he does win. Yeah, we talked about Miz before. We both aren't big fans. This match this is a weird one that came out of nowhere. Orton versus Sheamus. Kind of a slugfest to start. Both kind of go momentum. Orton slips away, does the thing. And of course, out of nowhere. Actually, this was fucking awesome. If you guys haven't seen this, go watch it. Sheamus goes off the top rope, and Orton catches him in midair and hits him with the RKO.
Oh shit! Sheamus actually loses. Well, it is Orton. Never mind.
Yeah, it is Orton. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was fucking cool, dude. How he caught him, it was really dope.
Well, that's what you gotta love about the RKO. Comes out of nowhere.
It's very true. So up next, we got Hulk Hogan's birthday celebration. Bob Dylan's Forever Young is playing in the background. Majority of the roster standing on the stage. Gene Okerlund was here to interview Hulk Hogan, which was awesome, although Gene's look a little old. Hogan talked about his birthday gifts, and of course, the WWE Network, which, Mike, did you know you can get the WWE Network for only $9.99 a month?
$9.99?
I know. It's incredible. I didn't think that type of price existed anywhere.
I heard it also sounds a lot like Netflix.
I do. Yeah, it is kind of like Netflix, and it's only $9.99 a month. I'm so shocked.
Oh man, $9.99.
Yeah, dude, I know. $9.99. Ric Flair comes down to the ring. Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, Rowdy Piper, Nash, and Scott Hall come to the ring wearing NWO shirts, and Hogan rips off his red and yellow to reveal the NWO shirt underneath. So we get a little NWO reunion. Nothing's coming of it. It's just a little NWO reunion. Nash begins to sing
I thought he was gonna rip off his shirt, and then under it was gonna be that stupid ass retirement home show logo slapped on it.
Shit.
Like Hulk Hogan's birthday announcement, he's joining that show.
Right. God damn, man, that'd be funny as hell. Come see me on Legends House, brother.
Oh man.
That'd be
Anyways,
great. Lesnar comes out and basically kind of does his. He stares down everybody. Looks like he's going to attack, and then of course Cena comes down. Lesnar retreats. Yeah,
what?
Basically, yeah. No, Lesnar backs off. That's actually how the show ends too. So that's how the show ends with Cena kind of running Lesnar off and
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I get it. That's the typical heel thing to do. You come out, you scare all the good guys, and then the hero comes running out to scare him away. But this is Brock Lesnar. This is the man who ended the streak. This is the man who's talked up by Paul Heyman every single week since WrestleMania. You don't run away. You have a stare down at the most. They could have ended it with those two fuckers face to face.
No, I know they really could have, but they decided not to. So,
God.
Yeah. Anyway, Mike, take us to NXT.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not too happy about week number 2, which is this week. So we open up the show with Bull Dempsey competing with his new tag team partner, Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo. Oh, yes. God, Mojo Rally. Christ, why?
Against the Dastardly Villains, which Caleb, I know you love.
Dude, the Vaudevillains. I love the Vaudevillains. They're so unique.
This is week number 2, of course, to the tag team tournament. The Dastardly Villains show very impressive skills as they end Mojo Jojo and Captain needs a new uniform.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, dude, Bull Dempsey really needs to get out of that singlet, man.
Yeah. Speaking of...
Yeah, Mojo Rally needs to go away.
But I like that you say that. Bull Dempsey attacked Mojo Jojo after their loss, of course, being very pissed off that they lost. And the crowd literally thanked him for doing it.
They thanked him?
Yes, they were chanting, "Thank you, Bull." Which, after being thanked, he had an encore where it looked like he was leaving, and like the crowd started chanting, "Thank you, thank you." He gets back in the ring and attacks Mojo Jojo some more.
Man, I mean, I guess you gotta give props to the fucking creative team, or props to Bull and Mojo themselves to go, all right, the crowd, these guys really hate me. If you beat the shit out of me, they're gonna love you.
Exactly. So next up, some backstage drama between everyone's favorite diva, Bayley, and ex sassy bitch, Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks, yes.
Yes, this was pretty much a hype build for their following match, which was a number 1 contenders match for the Women's Championship, which I'm starting to learn is the most defended title in NXT.
It really is, dude.
They really do keep the Divas Champion busy.
They really do. I'm actually kind of surprised how many matches they have.
Yeah, no, seriously. Bayley, of course, wins against Sasha Banks, who, by the way, she was looking very weak in her match. Sasha Banks did this badass, it was like a backbreaker and then into a submission. Like she landed the first move and then instantly put her in a submission hold. Bayley then pinned Sasha Banks. I was very impressed with ex-sassy bitch Sasha Banks.
Yeah, she actually can wrestle pretty well. I've actually been pretty impressed by her.
Yeah. Bayley wins. Bayley's, walking out, and out comes Divas champion Ric Flair's daughter. She has a moment where she looks like she's going to be a heel, but raises Bayley's hand, and they shake hands, and it's a good ending. I was very happy about it.
Interesting.
Two loved women going into a match against each other. You don't see it very often. You don't see two loved anybody going up against each other. There's always got to be the bad guy and the good guy.
Yeah, you don't see face versus face is something you don't see very often.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match for sure. So next up, fucking favorite match of the night, Sin Cara and his mini-me, Kalisto. Kalisto, right. Kalisto, fuck it. I don't care.
Whatever, either way.
Versus the Dubstep Brothers. I call these guys the Dubstep Brothers because their entrance music was dubstep.
I'm not even sure I know who you're talking about. This might be somebody that I haven't seen.
It was a debut match, I believe, that they said. Fucking, it was a match that I just loved because you see the high flying, the flips, the luchador style, Sin Cara dancing around, Kalisto dancing around, however you pronounce his name, and very impressive stuff. Kalisto.
Nah, man, the lucha style is something that's... The lucha style is something that's kind of... like, Rey Mysterio did it for a while, but then
Rey Mysterio owned it. He got old.
Yeah. He got old. But, you know, it's fun. The lucha style is always fun. It's always fun to watch.
Yeah. They, by the way, won against the debuting Dubstep Brothers.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, pressing them forward into the tournament. They, Sin Cara and Kalisto, are going to be going up against Sami Zayn and Adam Rose in the next portion of the tournament, and the other two teams facing off against each other are the Jersey Shore and who was it that I said was at the beginning? Dastardly Villains.
The Vaudevillains, yes.
So Jersey Shore, Dastardly Villains, and then Kalisto and Sin Cara going up against Sami Zayn and Adam Rose. Who, by the way, I feel Adam Rose and Sami Zayn are going to lose against Sin Cara and Kalisto because of the simple fact that it's Adam Rose. And Sami Zayn is more NXT champion position over NXT tag champion.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, well, I definitely don't see Zayn and Rose winning the belts or even making it to maybe like the number one contender spot, but I can see them maybe making it to the number one contender match.
See, I hope not, because I definitely would rather see Sin Cara and Kalisto make it all the way to the end. Hell, just seeing them go up against this notorious tag team that I haven't really seen do much, I'd be happy with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, main event, Caleb. Now, let me set the picture for you. Finally, the NXT champion taking on Pretty Douche. You think it's going to be a good match, right?
Oh, man, really?
Yeah, NXT champion match. You think it's going to be awesome, right? You hear this? You're like the man Gravity forgot versus this guy who looks like a total douche, but apparently he can wrestle?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's do this! No!
What?
Because fucking Tyson Kidd. So, as the match goes on, you see some impressive shit. Yes, I know I've been bashing on Pretty Douche every chance I get because I really don't like his character. Now, I've come to terms with myself. This man can wrestle. This man is impressive. This man was given a very shitty gimmick. It's not his fault he was given this gimmick, but he was given this gimmick.
And he got it over, really.
Saying that, I respect him for his skill. However, I hope his gimmick changes over time. Honestly, you know, I wouldn't have cared about it as much because, like I said, Johnny Nitro did it before when he was Nitro, and then a little bit when he was Morrison. I didn't really mind it then. It annoyed me, and it was the perfect villain. Like, when you want to hate the guy, he can make himself hateable. It's the exact same gimmick over again. The only thing that really bugged the hell out of me was his hand modeling, career-threatening accident that happened, and that kept him from challenging Adrian Neville for the championship for so long. That right there is what killed it for me.
Well, I mean, we know we're not going to see we're not going to see Breeze and Neville until the third NXT pay-per-view coming next month.
Right.
So,
regardless, though, it was a great match, and it lasted a while until fucking Tyson Kidd came out, and he stood on the announce table like, "Hello, everybody, I am here looking as douchey as possible. How are you?" He sits down. He watches the match for a while. We see some pretty cool shit. The crowd starts chanting, "This is awesome," like they do when it's awesome. And then it happens. Adrian Neville and Pretty Douche find themselves outside of the ring, and Tyson Kidd gets off of the announce table, walks over, starts getting a little closer. He's still behind the barricade. Adrian Neville, being the cautious champion he is, kicks Tyson Kidd in the fucking face. Which, I was like, yeah! And he's on the ground looking like a little bitch, covering his face, like, "Oh, I got kicked." And I'm just like, okay, yes, this match is actually going to go on. It's going to end. He he took care of the problem. No!
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not!
No!
Fucking Pretty Douche is back in the ring. Adrian Neville's gonna do some cool shit. And then Tyson Kidd comes over and pulls his leg out and falls. The fucking match is ended. Almost forgot about this. Fucking, Pretty Douche, Tyler Breeze, gives Adrian Neville a DDT from the top rope that Adrian Neville sold like a fucking pro. It was the best DDT I have ever seen. And I was fucking loving this match. There was some good shit going on. And that was the last thing I wrote positive. After Tyson Kidd ruined it for me, I just wrote this. So sick and tired of Tyson Kidd. All capital letters, exclamation points. I was enjoying it. You know, I was actually finally enjoying a full-on NXT show that I was enjoying from beginning and what I thought was going to be to end. But no, they couldn't let me have that.
Yeah, no, they can't. Not until next month, Mike.
Yeah, so, you know, the match ended. Tyler Breeze didn't get his victory. He got a disqualification. Which I don't know if that counts as him losing his number one contender spot. Because he won.
I don't think so.
He won, and he was given the option to choose whenever he takes on Adrian Neville. He took on Adrian Neville, thus declaring that his match. Then he got disqualified. The match was a for sure go. They didn't pull some Seth Rollins is going to cash in, but the bell didn't ring, so it doesn't really count. They didn't pull anything like that.
Yeah.
They had a set match.
I think we're not done until we get like a full on match.
Here's what I see.
Without Tyson Kidd interfering.
Yeah, here's what I see. Either triple threat. God damn, I can't talk. Triple threat with Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze, Adrian Neville.
Yeah.
If they wanted to make it a fatal four-way and throw in Tyson Kidd, I'd be fine with that too.
Yeah.
Either way, the show ended with first it was Tyler Breeze attacking Tyson Kidd. Then Adrian Neville started attacking both of them. Then Tyson Kidd and Tyler Breeze teamed up to just try to finish off Adrian Neville, who Sami Zayn then came to his rescue. This is why I see a fatal four-way in the future at most.
Okay.
So yeah. That was NXT for this week. Great all around until the end.
Gotcha.
Seriously, though, look up that DDT clip. It is awesome.
That's what I've heard. I heard about that. People have been talking about that DDT, for fucking since it happened, and apparently it was pretty fucking awesome. So I think I will need to look it up. So we're gonna move on to our SummerSlam predictions, and then we'll move on to match of the week, and then we'll wrap it up. So, Mike, I'm gonna run list the matches off real quick, give who you think's gonna win, a quick little reason why, and then we'll move on. So, Ziggler and Miz for the Intercontinental Championship match. I'm gonna say Miz keeps the title, but goes over dirty. I think this feud continues. What about you?
I would agree. Ziggler needs more time to get more heat, even though he has a bunch of it already.
Yeah, I think this feud could develop into something good. I'm glad to see Ziggler in a feud. That makes me happy.
Yeah, the only question is, will he win the title? At some point.
Possibly.
No, the answer is no. The answer is he will never win the title ever again.
You're right, because Triple H will break out the shovel, and then we'll be done. Up next, we've got Mike, our two favorite people, Divas Championship match between AJ Lee and Paige.
So much ass everywhere.
Agreed. This is a tough one for me to call because I'm gonna say AJ walks away with the belt, and this feud keeps going. because they've developed it. They've actually done a pretty decent job of giving it a storyline. But I don't think it's time to put the belt back on Paige. As much as I'd like her to get the belt back, so I'm gonna go with a safe pick. I'm gonna take AJ Lee.
I would agree. AJ Lee is definitely gonna win the title over this simple reason: the Divas rivalry that those two could have. The heat was definitely taken away from them with this whole Stephanie McMahon and Brie Bella thing. It's Brie, right?
Very true. Very true. Yeah, Brie Bella.
Okay. So those two definitely took a lot of heat that could have been given towards the Divas Championship. And my guess is AJ Lee wins. They keep Paige in a rivalry with her. So that way, in the next pay-per-view, they don't have anything stealing the attention away from them.
Good point. I like your reasoning there. Up next, we got a flag match. Jack Swagger versus Rusev. Mike, what the fuck is a flag match? Here we go. The only way to win is to...
No.
Okay.
I want to see if I remember these.
Go for it.
Fucking one dude who used to... Was it Hacksaw Jim Duggan? He carried the 2x4 around.
Sense.
Yeah, no, they would walk out with their flags and go on, read the description.
Gotcha. Basically, yeah, it's you have to retrieve your country's flag before the other person. So this is actually a good way for Rusev to lose without losing. Again, to keep him strong, but to keep this feud going. So I see. I'm gonna take a chancy pick here. I took the safe pick last time. I'm gonna go with the dicey pick. I'm taking Swagger. I'm thinking something. There's gonna be some kind of fuckery, and Swagger's gonna win, but Rusev won't technically have lost because Swagger won't have pinned him or submitted him.
Well, you can't say that, the dicey one. You can't say, well, Swagger's going to win, but technically Rusev is not going to lose. Like, that's saying both parties are going to win.
Well, that's what this match is for. This match is to keep both guys, to keep Swagger looking like a threat, to keep Rusev strong, and to keep this going. That's what this match is for.
I say they haven't been doing a lot with Swagger and Rusev in general. They're just going to have Rusev win because they're fucking idiots, and then call it good.
Nah, fuck. All right. Agreed. Moving on. Bray Wyatt versus the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Chris Jericho.
God damn. Fucking love Jericho.
If there isn't a more obvious fucking match on this card, I can't find it. Bray Wyatt goes over. If not, then they are just done with him, and they're done with his character for right now.
Okay, Caleb. I am going to base my main event prediction off of how this match between Wyatt and Jericho goes. If Wyatt loses, John Cena will win. If Wyatt wins, Brock Lesnar takes the title. That right there will be the deciding point on if the writers are fucking dumbasses or if they're actually doing something of genius with their job.
Interesting. I actually, okay, sorry, Mike. I guess I misspoke. This is the second most obvious match pick for me. We'll get to the other one when we get there. Up next, we've got Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match. Why the fuck they decided a lumberjack match? No idea. I kind of expected the briefcase to be put up in this match. Didn't happen. I seriously don't know why. There's a fucking
the reason the briefcase
it keeps Rollins from running, but
the reason the briefcase was not put up in this match is because of the fact that Ambrose would be the one, obviously, to win, since everybody's loving him right now, and Rollins is the one who's supposed to get the push here. If they were to put themselves in a position where the favorite has to get the victory, then there goes Rollins' push.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. So, weird stipulation. I'm taking Dean. hopefully we'll actually get to watch these guys wrestle this time, and Ambrose won't be thrown out of the arena, and the show won't be falsely advertised again for the second month in a row. Don't even get me fucking started. So I'm taking Ambrose just because I love him, and this is more of me not really thinking and me just kind of picking. But I'm taking Dean. I'm taking the Lunatic Fringe.
I'm gonna go with Ambrose, just because of the fact that I think they're keeping him back for so long, so that way when you finally do get the match, you get the match that you've been waiting for, and that's you want to see Ambrose win, and they're finally gonna give you that.
I think so too. So moving on, we've got Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. I think this is going to be a big blow-off, and I think Brie Bella wins. I think this is going to be a big moment for Brie Bella to finally get one over on the Authority.
I would have to agree with you over the simple fact that the hero has to always prevail when it comes to WWE stories, and in this case, Stephanie McMahon is the villain, and the villain can't win.
It's very true. Up next, Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. I'm actually kind of shocked by how little I care about this match. I like Roman Reigns.
I think it's Orton. Orton took your hype.
Yeah, Orton's just kind of the hype sucker. Reigns wins. Obviously, his push continues, and he's going to go through the Viper, Randy Orton. Mike, what do you think?
Orton kind of has no heat going for him right now. So, yeah, Reigns wins.
Yeah, he's kind of lost a little bit of it. Reigns wins. All right, moving on. 2 matches left. Actually, it looks like 1 match left. World Heavyweight Championship match. Mike, I spoke about matches being easy to pick and being no-brainers. This is a no-brainer. Brock Lesnar has to leave with the title, or I set fire to this show and we never speak of it again.
Okay,
because there's no fucking point for Brock Lesnar to have come back at SummerSlam to have John Cena go over him again.
Yep, so this is the deciding point right here. Like I said, if Bray loses, then Brock Lesnar will lose as well. Simply because they're fucking idiots to not give these two guys the push that they need. Well, I guess not Lesnar's case, he doesn't need a push, but they need to take the title from Cena over the simple fact that Brock Lesnar is praised for being the guy who ended the Undertaker streak. You can't take that power away from him. You can't take that title away from him and give it to Cena, because it's just spitting on fucking 20 years of history. What?
I just had a thought, and it solves all of our problems. Cena wins by disqualification.
Ooh.
Brock Lesnar beats Cena so badly and with such ferocity that, you know, he gets weapons or something. He gets himself disqualified pretty much.
You really think
Cena
that?
Hold on. He leaves Cena a broken, beaten mess.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Gets to capitalize, but who gets to capitalize off that?
Rollins.
How do we take the belts off Cena? Exactly. How do we take the belts off Cena without having Brock Lesnar lose? Simple. We fucking have him lose the belts to Rollins with a cash in.
Okay, I can see this going in 2 scenarios. 1, Paul Heyman doesn't let Brock do that because Paul Heyman is Brock's voice of reason. Paul Heyman always wants his client to win. Thus, letting Brock win, keeping him in a straight, focused place. Or, Paul Heyman made a deal with
the devil.
With Triple H, and the deal was Brock will destroy, Rollins can finally cash in. So either...
I would agree with you.
So either Paul Heyman...
I don't know, I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see then, I guess.
I'm actually excited for this. I've been excited because there's so many different possibilities when you throw Paul Heyman into the mix.
It's true. Paul Heyman is kind of the wild card.
Yeah. Like, everybody's focusing on the big picture here. Brock Lesnar, John Cena. Nobody's thinking about what Paul Heyman could be doing.
It's very true. It's very true. So that actually ends our recapping of the show. We'll move on to one of my favorite segments, match of the week. Mike, I'm sure you haven't prepared for your match of the week yet. Have you? Do you have one yet, Mike?
I was thinking about it, and I think I do.
Good.
I think I have my match of the week.
All right, good. I think I'm glad you do. This week, match of the week is going to be. Actually, since Mike says he has one, Mike, why don't you start?
All right. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. Since, we're on the subject, Brock Lesnar was the guy who beat The Undertaker. He's been on my mind a lot lately. The first Shawn Michaels and Undertaker match. Not the second one where he came back and it was pathetic. The first one, when he originally was forced to retire. It was heartbreaking ending, and it was just so much energy the entire fucking time. Which, by the way, this was the very match that took the heat away from the great rivalry between Triple H and Randy Orton. That's how good of a match this was. That's my recommendation.
All right. My recommendation is one of the ladder matches that really doesn't get a lot of, unless you watch WWE Countdown, a ladder match that, to me, doesn't get a lot of hype. It was The Rock versus Triple H at SummerSlam 1998 for the European title. For the European title? Or the IC title? One of the belts. Fucking fantastic match, man. Both these guys gave it their all. It was right in the midst of the Nation of Domination versus DX feud. And it was a fantastic match. So I would definitely recommend finding it on the network or finding it on YouTube. And, coming to the end, our random news, rumors, and all that bullshit. It's official that Mr. Kevin Steen, Mr. Fergal Devitt, a.k.a. Prince Devitt, and Kenta have all signed with the WWE and are all in Florida, training and getting ready to participate in NXT, and then, of course, come up to the big show. I think that's really about it for rumors, besides Alberto Del Rio being let go and all that stuff. I don't think there's really anything else. Mike, have you heard anything else that'd be interesting?
No.
Well, then that'll do it for us, folks.
Oh, wait, actually, no. Heard something. CM Punk's coming back.
Mike's got something. Oh, bullshit. Stop. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. I hate you. Fuck you, Mike. We're moving. We're leaving. All right, so thank you guys very much. Our social media information will be up on the screen. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, you want to like us on Facebook, that stuff's all right there on the screen. So you can go plug that into your computer devices, plug it into your Googles and your Yahoos. And is Ask Jeeves still around? Can we get an Ask Jeeves page?
Nah.
And our Google Pluses, and the Bings, and the AOLs, and the Friendster. Definitely check us out on Friendster. So thank you guys for watching. We're sorry we missed a week. There will be another show coming out Monday. That'll be the pay-per-view show. So get ready for that. Most likely it's going to be Mike and I. I just hit puberty. I'm sorry. Most likely it's going to be Mike and I. It's going to be Mike and I just fucking raging, I have no doubt, because there'll be something that pissed us off. So thank you guys very much for watching. We will see you guys next time.